Esther, aka Lasu, but you can call me Don Mama. Okay, so let's dive in straight. I won't talk much. I called him on phone and said we needed to talk. He still lived with his mother, and this was not the kind of news to break in his house. I called him out of the house when I got to Tema. We sat in my Toyota RAV4. He drove a Toyota Matrix at that time, if my memory serves me right. I sensed the intensity of his emotions when I broke the news to him. I could hear his heart pounding. And when he finally found his voice, he faltered. His message was, however, unambiguous. He didn't want the pregnancy. That would damage him and his career. The only option was to get rid of it. Whether or not his career and the uncertainty of my life were real reasons he could not afford to keep the pregnancy, I cannot tell. I later discovered that he had a girlfriend attending a university outside the country. It was in the absence that he got involved with me and things got dangerously complicated. Whatever it was, his stance was clear, and I was left to evaluate my own options. The first thing that hit me when he said no to keeping the pregnancy was my own life. I had grown up without a father in my life. I had often been reminded of how I had been born by mistake. I was still wondering if the man whose name I bore was my father. How was I going to bring another human being into this world to live like me? Someone whose father would reject him or her as well as Mr. Nelson had rejected me. If there was a way to spare someone else the trauma I was contending with, why would I reject that option? Especially when I was not psychologically and emotionally prepared to be a mother. In my circles, only 2 of my friends knew about the pregnancy. If someone else knew, apart from the 3 of us, I don't know who told that person. I later discovered that Sarkodie's team also knew about it. As I wondered what to do next, a friend of mine said she knew a certain pill that I could take to get rid of the fetus before its festering. She was in a hostel and had a room to herself. That made her hostel the ideal place to do it. So, one weekend, I visited her and took the pills. I swallowed one and inserted the other into my vagina. Only after I gave birth that I was able to get a clinician to liken the pain I felt to. The pain came with severe bleeding and lasted so long that I became weak. I could see life slipping out of my frail body. When I sat on the WC, clots of blood fell into the toilet bowl like constipated poop. When the bleeding and pains finally stopped, I went to do another pregnancy test to ascertain the efficacy of the self-administered procedure. The pregnancy was still there, intact. Thank you.